A young woman suddenly left her home without telling any of his family members. After a huge arguments with his mother, she slowly walked away and disappears from the community without a trace. The family reports to the police department, but after the initial investigation, the police believe the woman should be coming back after a week because they couldn't find any link that suggests her missing have to do with other reasons. The family decide to hire a private investigator to find their missing family members, but a well-knowing higher official staff go to the investigator's home and suggest him to stop the investigation. Why did he do that? After her 2 weeks of the missing from the community, the private investigator find a sublet clue that suggests this woman's online friend making applications may reveal some of the clue in regarding to her missing. Is this so-called Iceman, truck driver, have something to do with her missing? A kind gentleman from the community offer the family and investigators some hands and want to provide some clues in regarding to her missing. Is his involvements will help out the officer to resolve the case. The secret camera reveals from a convenience store at the California find out a woman who look identical to her. Is that possible? She suddenly decide to move from North Dakota to California and decide to change her identity. Is that her on the camera? Her best friend decides to reveal a hiding secret to the investigators. Will this finding relevant to this case? Will her mother, who has cancer, can see her daughter alive before she passed away?
This young woman who went missing didn't have a peaceful childhood. She has low confidences at college, students making fun at her and always bullying her. Her only enjoyment during the spare time is to stay at home and finding friends through the websites. The police gathering this information and believe she should be back home soon.
During the initial police investigations, the police checked the front door at their family's house. They didn't find any fingerprints around the front door knobs. They only find some dust near the front house doors. The police then go inside the victim's rooms, and they didn't find any fingerprints or any evidence suggesting someone trespassing to her rooms. The police believe she will be back home after 1 week. After 1 week, she still went missing, and the family decide to hire the private detectives to work on the case. The private investigator check her computer and find the friendship website she always check in, and they identify a person call himself Iceman having extensive conversations with the victim. He pull out this information and give to the local police authority.
After police received the data, the computer specialist from the police department began to crack the codes and retrieve their conversations. They found the conversations are noticeable suspicious. It could indicate this Iceman may be the prime suspect in relating her missing. The location specialist from the police department tracking on Iceman IP address and find out that he is a truck driver who is always driving around the Midwest area. The police coding police officer and location tracking police officers gathering more information and set up an appointment to ask this truck driver to come to their office while begin to conduct the investigations on him. The police also utilize the private detective's information to recheck this case. Therefore, they can find out if any other previous information could support them resolve this case. After add other police forces and create an investigation units, they find out this case is more complicating than they thought.
Knowing the longer Iceman spending more times with the victims, the risk of her becoming increasing danger will getting higher. They track down the man's bosses and ask the Iceman some questions in relating to her missing. The Iceman is quite surprised and he didn't know why the purpose for the police to investigate him. Until the police mentions about victims missing, and he confessed that he talked to her online and lie about his ages. But he only talked to her as a friends online. And there is nothing more, they are just friends. The police didn't believe him. But after tracking the information, everything he said is valid. He didn't lie to the police. And the day when she went missing, he is really driving his truck and we're at the Midwest area.
After this lead is dropping, the family becomes more disappointed. Just when they think there is no more hope, the police find other information in relating to her missing case. A cashier from the convenience stores locating at California stated they hear about the news about a woman went missing, and their surveillance camera catch a lady who look identical to the missing woman. The way she looks, the way she walks, the way she wears could indicate she may be the one. Just after the family, they think the hope is near, the police sadly informs them the woman's real identity is a local manufacturer worker. The mother, who heard the news, becomes more tearful, and she just wants to meet her daughter for the last time before she passed away. The private investigator decides to help the family again and went to the victim's room, but he received the home visit from the higher official and asked him to stop the investigation, and his life is at risk. After the other 2 weeks, he finally found something seems relating to her missing, and it's from the birthday card from her best friend. The note she wrote seems to trying to give the victims some hints in regarding to an incident.
The private investigator invites the victim's best friend and wants to gathering more information. He also invites the psychologist to joining the meeting. At beginning, the best friend avoids their questions until the investigator said, "Are you jealous of their family?" and decide to get rid of her. She finally getting scares and finally reveals a hidden secret. She said she and the victim meet this kind man at the road, ask for directions. After a brief conversations, the kind man thanks for their kindness and they all exchange numbers. During one time, she met this kind man again. The kind man decided to give her the ride, but when she got inside the truck, she realized something is not right, and they seem to get to the wrong directions. The man take her to a private area and
the man, Chase, begin to violate her, and after Chase violate her, he pretends nothing is happening and give her the ride back to her home. She said she feels very bad and decides to keep this incident as a secret for the rest of her life without telling anyone. The private investigator gave this valuable information to the police. They track this man, Chase, informations, and found out he may be the person that have to do with the case. When her best friend show where she got violated by Chase, and how she give the victims a hint on the birth card and say, "Watch out for Chase," the police suddenly realized what maybe happened to the victim. Based on the evidences they collects, they also found the truck near the mountains and believe this person's Chase may involve with victim's death.
After check on his license plates, the police confirmed the truck belonged to Chase. They further verify Chase's worksite and start to deepen into the holes, and eventually they found a holes that contains with the human skulls and bones. After verify the information, they find the match to the victim's DNA and realizes it's the victim. Chase initially does not confess the crimes, but after the police show him the evidence, he finally tell the police the truth. He said that night he follows the victim, and knowing victim have the low self-esteem, and he invites her to his car and tells her that he wants to be friend with her.
After telling his real intentions to her, he starts to show resistances, and that's how he killing her and disposes her body to the holes. Unfortunately, her mother passed away before they catch Chase, who killed her daughter, but the family still appreciate justice has finally arrived. Thanks for watching today's real criminal mental health story. I think if all the women stand up and tell the police what happened to them, Maybe there won't be too many victims out there, and maybe she will not die. But a lot of times, reputations probably are more important than everything, because those women didn't want others to know what happening to them.